Good morning, good morning. Listen, I just wanted to share this with you. It blessed me so. Latrice Bartley with Purposefully Living, getting ready to get fit. I just got through getting spiritually fit. And so before I work out, I wanted to share something, y'all, that was mind-blowing. I don't know if it'll be just as mind-blowing to you, but here we go. You know, I love to say, God revealed to me that our body is our vehicle to purpose. And a lot of times we are trying to change this exterior, this shell. But our body is our mind, it's our soul, and our exterior, our physical body. But it's three components to it. And so I think for me, it was already mind blowing when the Lord reminded me that this is my vehicle to purpose. And so I say often, that really allowing God to show you how to take care of your body, asking Him, what is the foods that you should be eating? How do you get off the medication? Like He speaks, involve Him, give Him access to your health journey. But y'all, when you think about your body being your vehicle to purpose, there's just a way that you are going to take care of your body, because the reality is you can be making all the money, you can be, all the zeros in the bank account, doing all the things. But if you are so overweight, you are high blood pressure, you can barely, from leaving your job to your car, you out of breath. Like, that's not God's will. It's like, let's step back, because He wants you, in the Bible, it says He wants you to prosper, have success, and be in good health spiritually and physically. And so He's the one that can show you how to connect all those components. And the reality is, you can have all this money and all the things, but if this body shut down, where you going? What you gonna do? If you in the hospital, that position gonna run itself, right? Fine, without you. So we have to prioritize. But y'all, the Lord just took it on another level. Listen, if you don't have this book, I don't know if you can see it. It's called Praying Through the Names of God by Tony Evans. Y'all already know how much I love Pastor Tony Evans. Okay. This week, I focus on a word a week because I really like to soak it in. So this week, y'all, is El Bethel. And I love this book because you get to see all the facets of God and pray through His names and know Him more than just Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Jireh, but really Elohim, and knowing Him as Jehovah, my relational God, knowing Him as Adonai, master of all. Like, it gets mind blowing. But listen to this. This week, I'm focusing on El Bethel, okay? Meaning the God of the house of God. And I want to share what God showed me with this. I'm going to just read a couple things. It's not mine. I'm just quoting Pastor Tony Evans, okay? Listen, it reminds us that El Bethel is the God of the house of God, meaning this is our God. But hear this, y'all. This is the end. This is application. It says, El Bethel, this is what you're saying. Abide in me. Abide in me. I don't even have time to go over all of that. But listen to this. Set up your home in the depths of my soul. That should be our cry. Because again, we say, especially now with COVID, we love to say, I ain't got to go to church. I'm the church right here. Well, let's think about that. Let's take that statement real. You are the church. So when somebody come to you, what are they getting? If you the church, this the building, this where the Lord dwell. I ain't got to go in the house of the Lord. So where is He dwelling? Because you saying this is the church, your spirit, your body. Is it the temple of God? If they walk in just like you walked into a natural church and it was filthy, they ain't cleaned the bathrooms, the people mean, y'all will talk about the church, but what your church will look like? You know the one that because you ain't got to go to church no more. You are the church, the building, the house of the Lord. Y'all know how y'all are now with COVID. What do people see when they come to your church? Let's take that literally, okay? Hear what this is saying. Set up your home, Lord, in the depths of my soul. Let your words dwell in me. But then it says, reveal to me the sin I must confess and turn so that I may be pure and blameless. Show me how to honor you through this temple. Hear me, temple, I'm going somewhere. You have set up within me. Guide me in my eating habits, in my entertainment choices, and even in what I wear, so that as your house, Bethel, I may glorify you in all I do. Y'all, let me say that part again. Guide me, this should be your prayer, in my eating habits, in my entertainment choices, and even in what I wear, so that as your house, Bethel, because that's his name, I may glorify you in all I do. Y'all, I looked up temple. Temple is a place devoted to a special purpose. So mind you, you are to be set apart for God's use. Why saying again, because you don't go to church, you are the church. Okay. So we're going to take that literally. You are to be set apart for his use. Number one, are you set apart? Or are you just blending in with culture? Is your church you like everybody else's? A place dedicated to worship. Your church, you is for worship. You are to be a place dedicated to worship. Your body is not just a vehicle of purpose, but it is a temple. Now, why am I driving this, y'all? The Lord brought back a simple analogy to me. When you are pregnant, those of us that are moms, one of the things I feel like with every child, but it definitely heightened with that first child because you're excited, you don't know much. But when you are pregnant, they let you know, be careful because that baby is alive in you. I mean, like it is alive. I don't care what you're seeing on the screen, it's life. And so how you respond, the baby feels. So you've heard, be careful what you say. Be careful your emotions. That baby is feeling you. We've even heard people see, let's say, if the baby is a night owl now, it was like, well, the mama must have been up all night because the baby starts reflecting your mannerisms, things that you did when they were in your womb. You see it outside. What am I saying? If God is dwelling in you, think about that. Just as careful as we were with our children, the words, and we didn't let people anger. We were very choice in what we ate because that diet affected that baby and how we responded to situations. We didn't want to be stressed because the baby would feel that. But God is within you. If we were that mindful for 9 months, well, some of us I was, how much more should we be mindful when the presence of God, so we say, is dwelling in our temple? So he is in us and we are obese. We are mean. We are demonstrating no self-control. We are like Burger Kinging it up and McDonald's and whatever I want. Just grease in the name of the Lord. He in us now. He can't even, it's like Jesus, the Spirit. He like, oh my God. Like, I just want her to get self-control. I want him to get self-control. Like, I really want you to think about what it means for your body to be the temple where God dwells. So he's dwelling in your lack of self-control. He's dwelling in your work. Like, you're a believer, but you gossip. You talk about people like a dog. But that's where the Lord dwells. That's what he got to sit through day in, day out. He got to sit through your disobedience. He has to sit through your cattiness. He has to sit through your anger. He has to sit through your unforgiveness. He has to sit through your like this, your temple. Now, mind you, if we drove up to a church and the siding is stripped off and it's dirty, we'd be like, well, what's going on with that church? But what's going on with your church? Because you the church, right? You the church. What does your temple? It said even in the garments we wear is attraction, is representing him. And please hear me. I'm not saying this to be mean, but I want you to begin to think about that your health is more than just achieving a body size. It's more than achieving a dress or y'all, this is the temple where he dwells. So where does he dwell? When somebody come up to your church, are you nasty? Do they not even want to open the door? They just say, never mind. Because you the church. God's place is you. What do they see? What do your children see? What do your spouse see? And I literally want you to think about that, because that thing, it blew up in me. I thought about Langston, Miles, Olivia. I was very cautious of what I eat. I didn't eat a lot of sugar. I knew whatever I was processing was going to them. But God is within me. So how much more should I be careful of the shows that I watch, the songs that I sing, the words that I speak, the thoughts that I have? Because God is within me. And if he is really abiding in me, I want to honor him in how I live. And that does not mean perfection, but that means being mindful so that the things that you're not strong in, or you like to sit up there and watch stuff that is not glorifying God, it's an opportunity to say, oh my God, Lord, change my mindset. Give me how to eat the correct diet spiritually, because some of us can't understand. Oh, I read God's word. I be studying. I listen to the podcast. But my mind, but it ain't just that. It's what you do that, but then you DMXing it all day. The words, the vulgarness, the cussing, you feeling your mind so great that you just got through screenshotting the Bible and got your little word a day that's supposed to keep the devil away. But what are you eating right after that? Your whole surroundings is vulgar. And so you expect God to be glorified. Well, y'all, this is our temple. And while we proclaiming that we ain't got to be in the house of God, because we are the church, take that literally. So then when somebody walk up, what is the Jesus that they're going to get out of you? What is going to be the words that are going to be spoken? What is the love that's going to be shown? Y'all, this word has to become living. I mean, we literally have to live it. That's all New Testament. Paul, listen, live a life that's worthy of what he did. Y'all, El Bethel, the house of God. This is your temple. So I'm challenging you, because maybe you like, Latrice, it ain't that serious. I like chicken and waffles. Okay, I eat fried foods 22 times a day. It ain't God understand. No, understand that God has a purpose, and you're telling God as he dwells within you that it don't matter that you don't have the fruit of the Spirit called self-control, which is supposed to be developed through the Spirit. But you walking by the Spirit, right? But you don't have no self-control. That's a problem. But then you want God to take you somewhere, and in your mind, it's just food. I mean, okay, so I like wings every day, and I eat 22 bags of Skittles. But then you want God to make you a millionaire. But that one fruit can transcend to another area. How can he trust you to govern over this when you won't govern over this? Y'all, our body is a resource. Don't take pride in the fact that I'm good time management. I do this, I do that. But God said this is a resource, and this is the temple that I'm supposed to be dwelling in, and you don't care about that? And listen, I'm talking to myself too. I want to be eating wings. But when you understand that this is the one body that God has given me, and he said, I want to abide in you. He said, I want my words to abide in you and you to abide in me. This is where I house his presence. I would be looking at that a whole different light. I wouldn't want to just eat everything naturally or spiritually. Y'all, I just wanted to say that, because the same way as a pregnant mom for 9 months, we, for the most part, we're careful, because we recognize that's life in us. We want to protect it. We want to speak over it. We are bathing it with words of love. We hold our stomach sometimes. We're rubbing it. We recognize, you can't stress me out. I'm not doing that, because there's life that I got to protect. How much more should we protect the presence of God within us? I don't know. I just want to encourage y'all with that. Be blessed. Tell them about to go ride this bike. Get fit. Bye.